Well, hello, and welcome to the lecture content for week one of ORGL 5005, Leadership and Organizations. This lecture talks about leadership competencies and how we build on them as we advance our careers. This first module takes a look at a behavioral model that my business partners and I developed and used in our consulting business called Transition Fitness. The term KSA is used extensively in government and elsewhere as a sort of a catch-all phrase referring to knowledge, the things we have learned, skills, the things that we can do with that knowledge, and abilities, the things within us that we are born with that help us to acquire new knowledge and skills. If we were to stop there, the HR department would say that we have a pretty good basis for a position description. And that is true, except that experience tells us that something more is needed if we are going to excel, either as a highly valued technical contributor, subject matter expert, or as a manager, anywhere from a first-line supervisor to a chief executive. That something is competency, specifically leadership competency, which we have defined as behaviors that go above and beyond KSAs. Yes, all those technical KSAs are needed, but truly excellent performance requires the individual to apply them within the context of the organization, its mission, vision, and values, its culture. A true leader in any organization will be a highly credible technician in their area of expertise and also have, or develop, a deep understanding of the organization in which they are working. Where does it fit into the larger environment? Where is it aspiring to go? What enables its growth? What gets in the way? What, in other words, is the context in which we, as aspiring leaders, find ourselves trying to lead? That, my friends, is an enduring leadership competency that will take you and the organizations to which you serve a very long way indeed. When I was a graduate student at American University, Dr. Arthur Friedman was the dean of our program and became something of a personal mentor to me along the way. He introduced me to his scholarly article, Pathways and Crossroads to Institutional Leadership, which I will be excerpting here to help underscore the concept of leadership competencies that go beyond traditional KSAs. Dr. Friedman speaks in terms of development, any development, as a series of step functions where you keep some things, let go of others, in order to acquire something new. The implications to your career of this are profound. Consider how we typically enter a career path as an individual technical contributor. We do a job, any job, janitor, disc jockey, programmer, nurse, whatever. And over time, we do it well, and we keep getting better at it. Well, eventually, we get tapped for that first level management position, supervisor. And why not? Aren't we the recognized SME, subject matter expert, the go-to person? So, brimming with confidence in our technical expertise, we decide that adding a few management tasks will be no problem. Right? What could possibly go wrong? Well, how about your former colleagues no longer want to go to lunch with you? And they're constantly hitting you up for special treatment, for time off. And oh boy, that time you had to actually discipline one of them for that chronic lateness problem nearly ended up in a hostile work environment complaint. Yow. Maybe we need to look at this management thing a little differently. Dr. Friedman says that moving from individual contributor to first-line manager is the first crossroad as we transition from one pathway to another. To succeed, we have to let go of our identity as a technical subject matter expert in order to acquire the skills we need as a supervisor. We keep and even develop our personal core leadership competencies in order to make what amounts to a 135-degree change in direction in our careers. We are no longer the go-to person. In fact, we're at the bottom rung of a whole new career path. Yikes! As aspiring leaders, we need to understand this, not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of the organizations we hope to serve. And organizations need to understand this as well. Not because this is just about transitioning from individual to first-line contributor. No. Same thing happens at every step of the way, all the way up to CEO. The best, most resilient, the best places to work, organizations, understand this very well indeed. These are the ones that put in place rigorous mechanisms that prepare their aspiring leaders for the next step and have support structures to help the leader in their new role. Well, that's all for this week. See the next slide for some additional notes. Just a reminder, don't forget those deadlines on Wednesday and Sunday. Work hard, learn a lot. Thank you.